Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well. From wherever you're watching this channel, I'd like us to quickly delve into a move by CJ Martha KOOME to constitute a same bench Gachagua sued to hear impeachment cases. You know, this to me is like a political statement sent to RIGATHI Gachagua. First of all, this bench, and I'm talking about, let me just take you through the bench. The bench that was constituted of, that was composed of Justice Eric Ogolla, Anthony Mrima, and Dr. Freda Mugambi. That is the same bench that gave a ruling which RIGATHI Gachagua was not impressed with. Now, that former bench composition, rather the same bench composition, that bench was composed by Deputy CJ Philomena Mwilu. Now, because the Court of Appeal sided with RIGATHI Gachagua's argument and directed Martha KOOME to constitute a bench, to be the one constituting the bench. Mind you, the Court of Appeal did not tell Martha KOOME on which judges to pick. I mean, they did not delve on that part. So the Court of Appeal simply directed Martha KOOME ndio atengeneze ile bench, lakini sio asichague kina nani. I want you to get me clear, ladies and gentlemen, because this to me happens to be, you know, it's like some kind of game, ladies and gentlemen. But let us focus on this move by Martha KOOME and what is going to come out of this bench. You can as well just predict, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, before I proceed with this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, do you think RIGATHI Gachagua is going to get justice? Because look at it from this angle. These judges who are in this new empaneled bench are the same ones, the former one. And they already gave a ruling. Do you think they're going to give a ruling that is different from what they gave previously? Do you think that's going to happen? The same people with the same argument, the same reasoning, are they going to alter their decision? Now, just go below the comment section and give us your take on that part. So before we explore this story further, kindly, ladies and gentlemen, support this channel by going down there and like this video. Please like it to enable YouTube to share the video to many other people. Subscribe to this channel if you are not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel won't have grown. What Martha KOOME has done, and I look at this suspiciously, and look here. In fact, what makes you think differently here? Because what if it is Martha KOOME who asked Philomena Mwilu to empanel that bench? Because if Philomena Mwilu saw it that these three individuals, that is Justices Eric Ogolla, Anthony Mrima, and Dr. Freda Mugambi, are the ones fit for that bench, why did Martha KOOME also consider the same people? Does it mean that whatever Philomena Mwilu does, she, that is Martha KOOME, always agrees with? I mean, now let me take you through the ruling. You know, first of all, Justices Daniel Musinga, Mumbi Ngugi, and Francis Tuyot ruled on May 9th that the duty to empanel a bench was reserved for the Chief Justice by the Constitution. You know, the judges held that assigning judges was not one of the administrative duties that the CJ can allocate or pass over to the DCJ, you know. And this is what they said. It has been remembered that the duty to empanel is reserved for the Chief Justice by the Constitution, and we do not think it is one of those administrative duties that the Chief Justice can allocate or pass over to the Deputy CJ by dint of Section 5(2) of Judicial Services Act, the judges said. So this is going to be some I don't know whether Rigathi, if I'm Rigathi, I'll make another move, you know, and it is the Chief Justice and she alone who can decide the number of judges to assign a matter. Similarly, it is only the Chief Justice who can decide which judge to assign to a bench, and this answers the related prayer that we direct that the Chief Justice exclude the three named judges from the bench to be constituted afresh. So that is just basically what the judges said during when they were giving out their ruling on whether DCJ Philomena Mwilu was fit to empanel a bench. But if you look at this ruling, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but many would interpret it differently. I'm looking at this part here where it says it is similarly, it is only the Chief Justice who can decide which judge to assign to a bench. And this answers the related prayer that we direct that the Chief Justice excludes the three named judges from the bench to be constituted afresh. I think the prayer from the Gathi's camp was that even if Chief Justice, because according to the Constitution, she's the one who's supposed to constitute that bench, even if she does constitute the bench, then she should exclude the three names. But you see, according to the ruling, it is the Chief Justice who can decide the number and the people to be assigned to a bench. So she went for the same bench that Philomena Mwilu had gone for. So that begs the question, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Rigathi is going to get justice? If you are in Rigathi Gachagua's shoe, what would you do? Let's assume that Rigathi Gachagua expects that these three judges will now give a ruling that is contrary to what they gave previously that allowed Kindiki to be sworn in. Do you think they're going to give a ruling that will be different from that? I mean, let's assume they give a ruling that is different. Will that make Kithure Kindiki leave office? I mean, how can Kithure Kindiki leave office? Impeachment, resignation, I think through some kind of bankruptcy or the like. But more so resignation and impeachment. So that is the only ground to remove Kithure Kindiki. If Kithure Kindiki does not resign, other judges have given their opinion which is contrary to the previous opinion, do you think we will have two deputy presidents? What I'm foreseeing with all this, ladies and gentlemen, is just ni kama ile kesi unasikia kwamba ni wanyama ni wale wale, msitu ndio umebadilika. Umechukua wanyama ukapeleka msitu wa Mau Forest, ukatoka ukapeleka Aberdare Forest. The same animals, ladies and gentlemen, the same animal will behave the same way. It's just an example I'm giving you, ladies and gentlemen. They will behave the same way. It is just like politicians. Politician leo yuko Kenya Kwanza. Wewe unadhani kwamba politician yuko sawa kabisa, ameruka ameenda kwa ile Rigathi Gachagua's camp. Na ni yule politician, by the way. Then you end up saying that politician yuko right. Anatoka hapa naruka kwa camp nyingine. The same politician. At the end of the day, wewe ndio unazungushwa. If I'm Rigathi, mimi personally, if I'm Rigathi saizi, I just withdraw the case. I mean, let's be honest. What ruling do you think is going to come out of that bench? The same ruling, ladies and gentlemen. Or maybe we can say that it is going to give Rigathi Gachagua a fresh avenue to, to debate, a fresh. We can just say that Rigathi amepewa nafasi nyingine ya kujitetea. But do you think the ruling will be different? How will the judges say that our first ruling was erroneous, now we are given a ruling which is a bit fair, because the first ruling we were coerced, now we have given a ruling ambayo is a bit perfect. See, they are the ones who be blamed because they are the ones who allowed Kithure Kindiki to be sworn in. Sasa hizi waseme kwamba walikosea. Sasa kama walikosea, what that's going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Kama walikosea, and Githu Muigai during the presentation in court told the courts that the Constitution had not imagined that at one particular time the president will become without a deputy president. the presidency will be only one person running. The constitution had envisaged that there is always going to be a president and a deputy president. So the presidency is a president and the deputy president. Back then there was a vacuum. Why? Because Rigathi was being impeached, was struggling, trying to fight for that impeachment to be stayed. And the judges gave a ruling that only confirmed the impeachment. And Kindiki was sworn in. So these same judges with the same evidence tabled will definitely make the same ruling. So what the courts have done, to me, ni kama just trying to comply with the constitution, but the same plan is in place, ladies and gentlemen. Because if this matter ingetaka iangaliwe vizuri, then I think KOOME would have empaneled a bench with different people. But the fact that he went for the same people, sasa hapo there's nothing we can say, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like to rest my case there, but just go below in the comment section and tell us your take regarding this matter. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.